English Leap podcast from Speak English with Miss Nova.
Ms. Nova, tell me about yourself.
Professionally or completely?
Professionally.
Good, because completely would take a while, and half of it isn't relevant to any job.
Actually, that instinct is correct. You just need to trust it more.
What do you mean?
You already know some things don't belong in an interview. The hard part isn't knowing what to leave out. It's knowing what to say instead.
That's exactly where my brain goes blank. Someone asks that question and my whole system just says panic.
That happens to almost everyone. Not because people don't know English. Nobody ever actually trained them for this specific kind of question.
So it's not really an English problem.
It's mostly a nobody showed me the shape of a good answer problem. And we can start fixing that today.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak English with Miss Nova.
I'm Zane.
And I'm Miss Nova, today playing a nervous job candidate, which honestly isn't much acting.
Today we're covering job interview English properly. 6 real questions, 6 real answers you can actually use.
Not memorized scripts, actual sentences that sound like you.
And here's the important part before we start. This isn't about perfect grammar.
Interviewers aren't grading your English like a teacher. They're listening for whether you sound clear, calm, and prepared.
A small mistake won't cost you the interview. Freezing completely or rambling for 2 straight minutes, that's what actually hurts.
That's honestly a relief.
Good, because that's today's mindset. Not perfect, just clear and calm.
Clear and calm. I can maybe manage one of those.
We'll get you to both. Let's start with the question that opens almost every interview. The famous one. The dangerous one. Tell me about yourself.
Here we go. I grew up in a small town. I have a younger sister. I collected coins as a kid, and Mondays personally offend me.
None of that tells me if you can do this job.
It's all true, though.
True, but not useful. Think about what the interviewer is actually trying to learn from this question.
What are they trying to learn?
Whether you can summarize yourself clearly and connect your background to the role. That's the real skill being tested, not your childhood hobbies.
So it's less tell your life story and more prove you can focus.
Exactly the shape. 3 parts. Who you are professionally, 1 relevant skill, and what you're looking for now.
Let me try. I'm Miss Nova. I have 4 years of experience in content and communications, and I really enjoy turning complicated ideas into something people actually understand. I'm now looking for a role where I can keep growing that skill.
That's it. Clear, short, answers the real question underneath the question.
No coin collection.
No coin collection. But good instinct, keeping it honest. Just aimed at the job instead of your whole biography.
So first I show who I am professionally.
Right. Then usually comes the why do you want this role question.
The money question in disguise.
Careful. Yes, the professional version of the money question. Why do you want this job?
Can I be honest? Because bills exist, and they're very persistent about it.
Fair, and also true for nearly every candidate they'll ever interview.
So they already assume that.
They do, which is exactly why it's not a useful answer. It tells them nothing new. This question is really asking, did you choose this job or just a job?
Oh, so they want to know if I actually researched the role.
You don't have to hide that money matters. Just lead with something showing you paid attention to this specific company.
I'm interested in this position because it matches my experience and it gives me a chance to grow in a company I genuinely respect.
Perfect. Still honest, bills are still true in the background, but now it answers what they were actually asking.
Honest, just better aimed.
Now that you've explained yourself and your motivation, they'll often ask what you bring to the table.
My strengths. Finally, a question where I can sound impressive.
Impress carefully. What are your strengths?
Honestly, a lot of things. I'm organized, I'm a fast learner, I stay calm under pressure, I'm good with people.
That's already 4, and you're not finished.
I have more.
I believe you, but a long list actually works against you here.
Because it sounds impossible to remember?
Because it sounds unfocused, like you're guessing instead of knowing yourself clearly. One strong strength with a small example beats 5 vague ones.
So, depth over quantity.
Exactly the trade. Pick the one that actually matters for this specific job.
One of my strengths is problem solving. I'm comfortable breaking down a complicated situation and finding a clear, practical solution.
That's the one. You didn't just name the skill, you showed what it looks like in action. That's the difference between a claim and a proof.
A claim and a proof. I like that.
And now that you've shown your strong side, the interview usually moves to the uncomfortable side.
Please don't say it.
Weakness.
You said it.
We have to. What's your weakness?
Okay, scary one. It feels scary, but it becomes safer once you understand what they're really asking.
What are they really asking?
They don't expect a flawless person. They're checking 2 things. Are you self-aware, and are you actually working on it?
So it's not a trap?
It only becomes a trap if you hide completely or overshare something a little too risky.
Noted. My honest answer was going to be, I once sent an email to the wrong client and nearly had a heart attack.
That's real, but a bit too specific and slightly alarming on its own. Turn it into a pattern you're actively fixing, not a confession.
One area I'm working on is delegating tasks instead of doing everything myself. I've been practicing by assigning smaller parts of projects to teammates and trusting the process more.
That's the balance. Honest about the gap, clear about the effort. Self-aware, not self-destructive.
That's a good way to remember it.
So they don't want perfection.
They want awareness and improvement.
That feels far less scary now.
Good, because the next one sounds bigger, but uses the same idea.
Bigger than weakness?
Why should we hire you?
I already survived the weakness question. This one makes me want to just say please repeatedly.
A lot of people feel exactly that. It sounds like bragging, so people either go too small or too desperate.
So what's the safe middle ground?
Confidence backed by reasons, not confidence instead of reasons.
Meaning I don't just say I'm the best. I show why.
Right. Connect 3 things: your experience, your attitude, and what you'd actually bring them.
I believe I'm a strong fit for this role because I have relevant experience, I learn quickly, and I genuinely care about doing the job well.
That lands well. Confident, specific, not begging.
It doesn't sound like I need saving. It sounds like I'd be useful.
Which is the actual question underneath the question.
So once you've answered that, the interview often turns around.
Yes, they stop asking about you and ask if you have questions for them.
That sounds like the end.
Nearly. Last one. Do you have any questions for us?
Honestly, my instinct is, no, I'm fine, thank you.
That answer costs more than it seems.
Why? I'm just being easy to interview.
Because this question isn't really optional. It's a final check on whether you're genuinely curious about the job or just trying to finish the interview.
So, no questions reads as not that interested?
Even if that's not what you mean.
So I need real questions, not performance ones.
Real ones work best. Try, could you tell me more about the team I'd be working with? Or what does a typical day in this role look like? Or what are the next steps in the process?
Those aren't hard to think of. I actually want to know all 3.
Then you already had the answer. You just didn't trust it as good enough to say out loud.
That's been the theme all episode.
It has. You already have the honest thought. We're just giving it a better shape.
Now let's take those rough, honest first drafts and smooth them into something more professional. This is Say It Better.
Today, it's all about job interviews because the honest answer isn't always the most useful one.
We're not making fake answers. We're making honest answers land better.
First sentence, I want this job because I need money.
Very honest, maybe too honest.
Better version, I'm interested in this position because it matches my skills and gives me room to grow.
Still honest, just focused on the job instead of your bank account.
Next, I'm good at talking.
Clear, but a little casual.
Stronger, one of my strengths is communication. I'm comfortable speaking with different kinds of people and listening carefully to their needs.
That shows what communication actually means in action.
Next, a skill gap. I don't know how to use that software.
Honest, but it sounds like a closed door.
Softer, I'm still building my skills with that software, but I'm learning quickly and practicing regularly.
Same truth, better feeling.
Next, I get nervous.
Very common, very human.
Better shaped, one area I'm working on is staying confident in interviews, and I'm improving through preparation and practice.
Honest, and not weak. Shows self-awareness and progress.
Next, my last job was awful.
Dangerous sentence, even if true. Especially if true.
Safer, I'm looking for a new environment where I can grow, learn, and take on more responsibility.
You're not attacking the old job. You're focusing forward.
Next, no, I don't have any questions.
Easy answer, weak choice.
Better, yes, I'd love to know more about the team I'd be working with and what the next steps look like.
Interested and prepared. Not overly fancy.
One more practical one. I can start whenever.
Sounds flexible, but a bit too casual.
Better, I'm available to start after my notice period and happy to discuss a suitable date.
Shows you understand how these things usually work. Flexible, not careless.
Now let's see if all these pieces actually work together, back to back at real interview pace.
No stopping, no safety net.
But you already know the shape.
Let's try. Tell me about yourself. I'm Miss Nova. I have 4 years of experience in content and communications, and I enjoy turning complicated ideas into something people actually understand. I'm now looking for a role where I can keep growing that skill.
Why do you want this job?
I'm interested in this position because it matches my experience, and it gives me a chance to grow in a company I genuinely respect.
What are your strengths?
One of my strengths is problem solving. I'm comfortable breaking down a complicated situation and finding a clear, practical solution.
What's your weakness?
One area I'm working on is delegating tasks instead of doing everything myself. I've been practicing by trusting my team with more responsibility.
Why should we hire you?
I believe I'm a strong fit for this role because I have relevant experience, I learn quickly, and I genuinely care about doing the job well.
Any questions for us?
Yes, I'd love to know more about the team I'd be working with and what the next steps look like.
That was a complete interview. It didn't feel like 6 separate answers.
It felt like one conversation.
Because it was. Same person, same voice, just organized.
I think that's the part I didn't believe before today. I already had the honesty. I just never had the shape.
That's the whole lesson, honestly. Same truth, better shape.
And much calmer.
Calm-ish?
I'll take it.
In the comments, tell us which interview question makes you the most nervous. Tell me about yourself. What's your weakness? Why should we hire you?
Write your answer in English. It's genuinely good practice.
And remember what we said earlier. This isn't about perfect English. It's about clear, honest, prepared English.
If this episode helped you, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who has an interview coming up.
This is Miss Nova.
And this is Zane. You've been listening to Speak English with Miss Nova.
Keep practicing and take care of your English.
Bye for now.